So hi, Joriz. You're over there in Southern California. The weather looks good. It's a bit cloudy here in the Scottish borders, but
I was waiting for some sunshine here.
Yeah, it's the Sunshine
All this
State.
COVID stuff. So just went to the Americas for a bit.
Exactly. We'll get on to the main thing, which is the keep talking till they're walking. In a moment, but I suppose first of all we should have a little talk about the well, first of all, I wanted to ask you what the state's response. It seemed incredibly quick to Kathleen Zellner's motion. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I thought it was bizarre quick. If you compare it to the stalling moves they did before,
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, this is really something. Yeah. So bizarre. 23 pages in like a couple of days.
Yeah. And the it was presented to me, it was explained to me by Tracy Keogh of the Scales of Injustice that that they wanted to get their voice in, to get their voice in straight away, and in case the Court of Appeals suddenly decided to remand it back, and I'm at a loss as to why the state are unhappy with the case being remanded back, given the fact that, for me, I'm kind of disappointed that we've delayed having an evidentiary hearing on the handing back of the bones, the bullet with wood in it, the VLCD, the numerous, the fact that, whether he likes it or not, Bobby Dassey passes all of the Denny standards, doesn't he?
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, did you get a sense that, it was almost disappointing that all of a sudden Kathleen Zellner comes up with this motion and it sets it back so long?
Yeah, well, the strange thing about it is that, we all think like, did she ever investigate something? That was the big claim as well in the response, But I can't. This must be a tactical move by Kathleen. You can't, all the other motions are backed up with all kinds of evidence. I mean, scientists coming up to do their thing. This can't be just like that. Just like, oh no, I heard this. I'm just going to pass it on.
Yeah,
this is a tactical move.
Well, as I say, at first I got this sense of I would like to know who planted the car on the Avery salvage site. Interestingly enough, without his beard, Mike Osmondson does look very similar to Bobby Dassey, doesn't he? So it would be interesting if Millbilly's of the opinion. Well, he said it. Could it be a case of misidentification?
You mean that it could be the shirtless Mike Osmondson?
Yes,
with his father.
Maybe, or this other fellow that's been bandied about. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, Kathleen Zellner, as you say, is not going to do something.
No,
it seems strange to sort of put on hold the embarrassment that she's going to cause to the state of Wisconsin by remanding the case back again. And then, of course, it suddenly occurred to me, I'm here. My backdrop is of Scott's View. Scott's View is named after Sir Walter Scott, who was a very famous Scottish author. And believe it or not, in 1799, he was the sheriff of Selkirkshire. Now, here in the borders, the sheriff is the judge. Okay, and I explained this in a postcard to Robert Herman a few years back. I sent him this postcard of Scott's View. I said, this is Sir Walter Scott's view. It's Sir Walter Scott, very famous author. He will go down in history as a very famous sheriff. What will you go down in history as, Robert Herman? and so I'm thinking, judge. Sir Walter Scott was a judge. How will Judge Angie Sukovich be remembered in history? Then it dawned on me. Kathleen Zellner, she is just determined to bury Angela Sukovic under her own corruption. She's determined to keep going back for her to deny until eventually everybody says, there's just an avalanche, a tsunami of evidence,
Yeah.
and she won't be able to even smell the flowers because she'll be buried so far under her fucking corruption. Excuse my language, but that's the only thing I can think of, because she did say, didn't she? She would keep knocking and knocking and knocking on the door.
Yeah, she will be the serial filer as she's been accused of, so she doesn't mind that.
Yeah.
I mean, everything new coming on, she will keep on doing it, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you get a sense that, that there is this a little bit of animosity between, this Comfer fellow and Angie Sukovic and Kathleen Zellner? They are, the claws are coming out, aren't they?
Yeah. And you can just read all the hypocrisy if you read through the file. It's just amazing. They talk about, they're basically blaming KZ of stalling this shit, and what they've been doing all along. I mean, this is crazy.
Yes.
I don't know what it is. I have no other words for it.
Yeah.
It just.
Yeah. I like, as I mentioned to you earlier, I like that expression by the state of throwing spaghetti at the wall until it sticks. Well, the thing about throwing spaghetti at the wall until it sticks is when it does stick, it proves that it's well cooked. So, it's watch out, state, because you are going to be in for one hell of a kicking when Kathleen Zellner really gets going on this. It's anyway, talking about giving the state a kicking. Moving forward to this weekend, we've got our Keep Talking Till They're Walking, and you're a guest of a certain Mr. Mark Hodinott in, I believe, Studio 4. That must be the poshest, plushest studio of the lot.
The biggest bar, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that'll be good.
and when it comes to, how Tom Fallon said about the fact that, Kathleen Zellner, she's pissing me off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Okay. So maybe Kathleen Zellner is top of the list, but I'll tell you what, just in behind there is Mark Hodinott. He must be a real pain in the ass to the state of Wisconsin. I mean, to travel all the way from Australia to visit Steve, and some of the things that he's done, sort of in the background, as it were.
Yeah.
So I hope you're looking forward to a chat with the Hod. He's hoping, I believe, to hopefully get a young up and coming lawyer to come and join you. So that could be interesting.
Interesting.
Possibly one or two. I don't know. Whatever he's got planned. I don't know. Did you ever? I don't suppose you ever. Did you have much sort of engagement with the dude when he was on the go? I'm sure I've seen your name for quite a while.
Not exactly, because I've been recent. Well, I think it's 2018 or so, after the second series came out.
Yes.
That's about when I got involved, and I have been engaging with Eric. Whenever I was on show, I can remember him asking me. I think the barrels were an interesting topic back then.
Yeah.
All the magic flipping barrels, and I did some research on it, and he asked me to come and join along. But back then I didn't feel good enough to do it, So I was like, that was like a shame. After he passed away, I was like, oh shit! If I took that chance, I would at least seen him.
The invitation is always there. Yeah, the invitation is always there. Come and tell us about the bowels, because I tell you, they are fascinating. I mean, apparently the 7 liberal arts and sciences are, let me get this right: arithmetic, astronomy, geometry, grammar, logic, rhetoric, and music. There's only one of those that I'm good at. and you might know which one it is, but when it comes to you guys, you like you and McGill and that really do a lot of research into all this evidence and try and analyze it all. That's just like it's too much for me. I couldn't do that. But
well, to be quite fair, I really must have some kind of way to do it. So that's why I use these spreadsheets to minimize and to cross-analyze data, because otherwise I'll be just like
Yeah.
of the charts as well. So I'm skilled at that, professionally, in spreadsheets building and data analysis. So that comes handy.
Well, this is the beauty of the community for me, is the fact that you've got people from so many, what's the word I'm looking for? You've got the whole spectrum of people out there that are interested in this case, and
Yeah.
for me, it seems like everybody's got their own little bit to add to the case.
Exactly.
I mean, the interesting thing, we wouldn't have had Mark Hodinett doing what he did if it hadn't been for the dude saying, I would like people to make a video. This was back in, I think, 2017. I said to him, we want to get more people on your channel talking about the case. And I was the first one to go on, but then we tried to get a lot of other people to come on and talk, including Georgina Stuhlenboss. I've got that right. Yeah. And she came on and had a chat with the dude, and a few other people. But he then moved on to this idea of getting other people to make videos, and that's when Mark Hodinett got on board.
Oh yeah.
And it's just amazing how this community, it just expands, doesn't it? And people who didn't think that they were gonna, a bit like yourself, you weren't sure about doing a video with the dude about the bowels, but now, further on down the line.
I've been buried in Reddit for a couple of years.
Yeah.
So basically that was my platform to begin with, and I got banned from that.
You got banned?
Yeah, I got banned. Yeah, I accidentally shared some personal information. Apparently, not at all doxing or whatever, but it's just stupid. I don't know how that came about, but then I was like, oh well, I'll just try to engage in other ways as well. So I'm still on Reddit though.
Well, I'll tell you, even better. I got blocked on Twitter by Ken Kratz. I mean, you don't get a higher accolade than that, surely.
Yeah. I didn't get that ever.
I mean, aren't I the lucky one? Yeah. It's as if it's almost as if, you've blocked me, but why? I mean, what, are you afraid of me?
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's what it was.
Yeah.
He's afraid of those people that have investigated too far.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, listen, I'm going to let you go and enjoy a bit more sunshine there in California, in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Sunday with the HOD. And yeah, if you've got the stuff about the bowels, if you've still got it that we could come on and do a bit about it, that would be absolutely brilliant. For me, as I say, I'm not one of these investigative types that looks, like you're saying that, you use the spreadsheets and you can see what's going on, like Loof and these dog trucks that McGilla presents. It's like all I see is a line going here, then everywhere, but he's actually looked at it and tried to analyze it,
Yeah, it's just
and
asking questions is basically the biggest part of it. Keep digging, keep asking questions, and also the questions that maybe are not that popular, because I do them on a regular basis. You try to see the other side as well,
Yeah.
To avoid from jumping to conclusions or digging rabbit holes that you can never get out of.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yeah, it's both ways. So
yeah. And one final question I must ask you: did you ever get a chance to meet Roel Griffin?
I did actually.
Yeah. I would love to hear you and him having a conversation in English.
And Dutch.
Dutch. Yeah, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? Yeah.
We can sing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, he did his what was his best song? Was
Disgrace DA.
Yeah, and Disingenuosity.
I love that one. So, it's very musical. Yeah,
very.
I actually went on a surprise visit. Nobody knows this. On a surprise visit, back around Christmas a couple of years ago, when he did his 200 tweets.
Yeah.
About so many years back from now, this happened. You know that?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
And he lives up north, and I live down in the center. And so I'm just going to book myself a little holiday home there. I'm going to visit him.
Wow.
So I bought 2 bottles of wine, And I said, like, yeah, I'm coming over. So that was great fun. Yeah. He's
Excellent.
very tall. I was like, what? I didn't
Oh
know
yes, yes. Oh yeah.
that. I mean, I'm very tall, but he's like, a giant.
Excellent. I mean, I do get the occasional message from Roll. I don't know if he follows the case much, but hopefully he'll get back on board the train. But anyway, in the meantime, I'm absolutely delighted that McGill introduced you. What was it? A couple of months ago?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Maybe not even then. Maybe not even then. But I really appreciate the time that you give to this and the time you give me to come on and have a chat with me. And so,
Likewise,
Joriz,
Paul.
Yeah, just really looking forward to seeing you with the Hod on Sunday. I'm going to say cheerio. Take this dog for a walk because he's pestering me again.
Go quickly then.
I am. I'm going to go very quickly, and the missus is needing beer, so I might be nipping down to the store. So anyway, we'll catch you soon. Thanks so much.
All right.
Bye for now.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.